Have you ever wished you had an assistant who could just, take on a big project overnight and have it sitting in your inbox in the morning? Well, that tech is pretty much here, but it's not just another chatbot. Today, we're talking about a huge shift in AI, the arrival of AI agents. And that idea right there is what's so wild. We're moving away from AI as just a tool that answers our questions and into an era where AI acts more like a teammate, an autonomous one that can handle a whole job from start to finish. It completely changes the way you can think about getting work done.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll break down what an AI agent even is and why it's so different from the stuff you've already used. Then, we'll look at what you can do right out of the box for free. From there, we'll see how you can unlock some serious automation. We'll even look at some mind-blowing real-world examples, and then we'll wrap up with a little reality check on the current limitations.
Okay, let's get right into the big idea here. It's really important to get that AI agents aren't just a slightly better chatbot. No, they're a whole new category of AI altogether.
So try not to think of it like a writing partner you brainstorm with. Think of it more like your first digital employee that you can just delegate an entire project to. You're not asking for ideas, you're assigning a job, and the agent just goes off and does it. This slide just nails the difference, doesn't it? A chatbot is reactive. It just sits there waiting for your next question. But an AI agent, it's proactive. You can give it a big, high-level goal like, hey, research my top 5 competitors and put together a report, and it'll actually figure out all the steps and then go do them, all by itself.
So you're probably wondering, okay, but how does it actually do stuff? Well, the secret sauce is code. The agent writes and runs little programs in something called a sandbox. Just think of it like a temporary, disposable computer that gets created just for your task. Once the job's done, poof, the whole environment is completely erased. That means it's super safe and can't mess with your actual computer or files.
Now for the fun part. Let's talk about how you can actually start using this, like today. And honestly, the most surprising thing is just how much you can get done without ever pulling out your wallet.
The free plan is way more generous than you'd expect. You get 1,000 credits to start, plus another 300 every single day. Now, you can think of these credits as the fuel your agent runs on. And this isn't just enough for a quick test run. No, it's enough to handle some pretty complex projects so you can get a real feel for how this could actually fit into your workflow.
And just look at what's packed in here for free. You get a seriously powerful AI model, the ability to let it run tasks on its own in that secure sandbox we talked about. It can even browse the web to gather information, build reports for you, and it has a knowledge base so it actually remembers your preferences. Plus, you get one scheduled task. That's your first taste of true hands-off automation.
Of course, once you see what this can do, your mind starts racing, right? You immediately start thinking, what if I could just remove the limits and let this thing really run? Well, that's where the paid plans come in. They're all about unlocking that continuous, set it and forget it automation.
So for around $39 a month, you can see the big upgrades. You get a huge boost in credits for starters. You also get access to a more powerful, high-effort AI model, which is better for those really tricky multi-step jobs. But honestly, the real game changer is being able to run multiple scheduled tasks. That's how you build systems that truly run on autopilot for you. Okay, so theory is great, but what does this thing actually produce at the end of the day? Let's check out some of the incredible things these AI agents can create for you. Stuff that could save you, countless hours. This one is absolutely one of the most powerful things it can do. You could just describe a simple web app in plain English, like, say, build me a cost calculator for my website. The agent doesn't just give you the code, it does the whole dance. It writes it, tests it, finds the bugs and fixes them, and then actually deploys it to a live website you can share. All of that, and you never have to look at a single line of code.
Oh man, if you've ever found yourself just staring at a giant spreadsheet, totally lost, you're gonna love this. You can just hand the agent your raw data, and it'll figure it all out. It finds the trends, makes professional charts and graphs. It basically turns that confusing wall of numbers into a clear story you can actually understand. Now this is the perfect example of automating the boring stuff. Imagine asking a human assistant to do this. It would take hours, maybe even days. But the agent just goes through the list step by step. It visits the websites, pulls out the exact info you ask for, and puts it all together in a nice, clean report for you while you're off doing something more important.
And it goes way beyond just data and code. With some of the paid plans, you can get tools that generate entire presentations. And I'm not talking about a basic outline with a few bullet points. No, these agents can spit out a finished, professionally designed slide deck, visuals and all. that's pretty much ready for your next big meeting.
All right, now as incredible as all this sounds, it's not magic. And to really appreciate what it can do, we got to be honest about what it can't do. At least not yet.
So, there are a few things to keep in the back of your mind. First off, some of the really advanced features, like super deep research, are usually locked behind the more expensive plans. Same goes for any kind of team collaboration tools. It's also worth knowing that the AI can sometimes get a little tripped up on super complex or vaguely worded tasks. And finally, a lot of integrations with tools you already use are still listed as coming soon. It's an amazing tool for sure, but you gotta have realistic expectations. So that brings us to the big question for you. Thinking about everything this technology can do, the coding, the research, the data analysis, what's that one tedious, time-sucking task in your life that you would just love to hand off to your new digital employee right now?